Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 Cyberpunk. We're taking our little local to global upstart and trying to bring it up to the big leagues. And we're not in the big leagues right now. Right now, we're pretty much stuck in a rut. We did improve over to small when we were previously local, and we had a big setback where we fell down from small to local. But we're back here now. We're okay. It's all right. Money, let's not talk about it. Momentum, though, hey, not bad. Look at that. We're getting there, okay? So it's been a bit of a time. We kind of took a couple weeks off of here. We're probably going to be doing Cyberpunk a little bit more intermittently, just because it's such a grueling, show to run, day in, day out, just kind of grinding it. So, we'll pop in here from time to time, take a look at it, but I don't think we're going to be running it as frequently as we were before. So, where were we last time? Well, last time, we were running the Netrunner Tournament, and Netrunner Tournament would allow us to basically get a number one contender to fight Kimberly for the Cyberpunk Grand Championship. As of right now, we are moving into the second round, essentially. So we have Gaff versus Azrael, and Brian Connor versus young boy Jody, the jobber turned momentum thief, apparently, as he's quickly flying up the roster somehow. Apparently, give him a little momentum, and he'll just fly up there. So we have that in 27 days, and then after that, we have our next show, which is called Brain Hack, which will be in the middle of November. And then we'll be very close to having 1 year of Cyberpunk under our belt. Obviously, we've only been running about 2 shows a month, so it ends up moving through pretty quickly. And we've made some progress, which is good. We do have to worry about our financials a little bit, because that could put us in a situation that could be dire. So we will have to take a look at how we spend our money and how we get our money. We still have this broadcasting deal with the Tri-State. Currently, that's the only person willing to even hear us out at all, which is a bummer, because it'd be nice to have anybody else. These guys are minuscule and not very helpful for us. One of the things I really think in this game, it's kind of weird, is that, something like a Twitch or a, YouTube or even Ustream, like all Vimeo, like these things, I should just be able to put something up there if I want. The idea that they are somehow a broadcaster with restrictions is kind of bizarre. But, I guess that's a mechanic that's required for the game to function. Maybe something, hopefully, haven't seen it yet, but maybe in the future for 2020, there's a little bit of update to some of the broadcasting and give us a little bit more variety in the types of broadcasters that exist. Would be very nice. So, not really going to do much in terms of the roster. I think we are good where we're at. We probably actually have maybe a bit bigger of a roster than we need, but that's fine. I don't think anyone needs any changes to their pushes. Oh, there's one. Everybody should be pretty much where they need to be. Yep. All right. So, let's go ahead and let's fast forward over to our next show. Hopefully nothing crazy happens in the meantime. And we will book the next episode of Cyberpunk and hopefully get ourselves a number one contender for the Cyberpunk Grand Championship. All right, let's see what we got here. Pay raise request from Ace Austin. Oh boy. Sure. 75 will make him not happy but not upset. That's good. Evil's loaned out to evolve. Jimmy Jacobs has an extension. Okay. Nothing really to pertain to us. Anything interesting going on? Not really. Not that we can really poach anybody right now anyways. But I always like to kind of keep tabs on some people, just seeing who's out there, what's going on. Because you'd be surprised, like somebody like Tessa Blanchard might be like surprisingly cheap. I could probably get her like 700, which is out of our price range right now. But considering she's pretty much holding up Impact right now, and is a main event of Shimmer, it's not that bad, you know. Decent popularity all around. It's something that's kind of surprising. Oh, we still have a little bit more time to go. We do have some morale issues we might have to look at. I'm not sure. He's irritated at being left off Cyberpunk. We're probably going to lose Eddie Kingston soon. I don't know if that's a big issue. I'm not positive if that matters that much right now. I'd like to have another run with him, but if he bounces, it's not the end of the world. For any of our roster right now, for the most part, we would like to develop young lions and kind of build them up. But any of our pros, they really don't matter right now. They're just here, kind of just to give us a little bit of a seniority. So if they end up leaving, and they probably will, it's not the end of the world. All right, let's get that show going. 11 more days to sim. Hopefully no one gets injured. In the meantime, all right, let's see here. Pay raise request from Eddie Kingston. Yeah. I don't plan on using him much. I'm going to give him the full pay raise request, and he will be pleased, and that will be helpful for us. Pricks is upset. We finished last out of 8 in Tri-State, and we fell back to local. Crap. So we keep on falling down the hole. I think it's just we're not putting on enough shows during that time, but I can't afford to run that many shows. I'm running one show a month for sure, and two shows every other month, and I don't really know what more we can do in this situation. I really don't know. Main eventer? What the hell did you do to become a main eventer for us? Sure. Well, we got Cyberpunk in 5 days. We're now back to local. Good news is apparently we got some main eventers that we can maybe scrap some of our legends from, because we're certainly not going to be making any money here. Boy, we just can't seem to get out of that local rut. Okay. Everybody's upset about their booking. Let's see why. Briggs, I'm guessing you're a main eventer now. Upper mid-carder, sure. Why not? All right. Still not making money. We're back to local. We have a show to put on. We will get there eventually. So our backstage rating sucks right now. 59%. We do have an incident. It looks like it's just a wrestler court situation, I think. Yeah. Shake another hand, pay some beer. That's fine. Let's go ahead and broadcast on Tri-State. And we will go to the Wrestle Factory. Assign as venue. Okay. $100 fans are expected. We definitely dropped pretty hard. Luckily, they'll fill this venue, so we'll be A-okay. Last thing, we probably want to do something about this locker room. Let's clear the air. Get some of that annoyance out of there. It gives a negative in the short term, but it gives us a positive with the clearing the air. Or it should. I think it gives them a boost, but it gives the locker room a little bit of a down. Evil's working somewhere else. That's fine. I don't know if I have the money to afford him, so let's see if we can book this. All right. All right, so we're running this really thin because I'm really concerned at this point about money, and I have Kingston and Kimberly both on the show. So I'm only doing 55 minutes. I had 75 allotted. I tried to do some stuff here, and I don't know how it's going to work out. So we'll see. But I'm definitely, after being knocked down to local a second time, I'm a little concerned about our financials. Let's go ahead and let's run the show. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we start the show off. Cyberhawk versus the Boosters. Just giving Cyberhawk another win. They're still current tag champions. It's fine for what it is. It's a 6-minute match. Nighthawk defeats Volgar by submission. I mean, overall, they're not bad for what we have here. All things considered, we're advancing the Diakatana storyline because obviously we're building them up as the potential contenders for them. And in this situation, we're having Cyberhawk having a continued run of dominance with the tag championships and defeating the Boosters. Does okay, 25E, not bad. We have a backstage interview with Eddie Kingston. Been a couple weeks, or well, I guess a couple shows since he's been on, and he's quite upset about it. And he's upset that he wasn't in a tournament, that he wasn't considered for the number one contendership, since he's the biggest face of the company, and he should be here. And then if the people backstage and Neuromancer and everybody else doesn't see his worth here, then he's willing to burn the whole place down in order to show how, his worth, how powerful he is. Got the crowd hotter. Got a D minus 38. It's not bad. And we're starting to build up a little bit of a dynamic with Kingston being upset with the company itself. Since, technically he had his chance at a number one contendership and he lost it. So now there's a tournament to see the new number one contendership, and he wasn't in that tournament because he had lost the last number one contendership. But he doesn't see it that way. And we're starting to build maybe a bit of a dynamic between him and the company itself, and maybe Neuromancer, who's running the show. So we have a couple things that we can kind of play off with him in the future, depending on how we want to do it. We have the first of the semifinals tonight for Brian Connor versus Youngboy Jody, and kind of probably an upset. Youngboy Jody defeats Brian Connor in 9 minutes with a quick cradle, so quick flash. Connor still books strong, so he doesn't lose that much momentum. I didn't want to have a face versus face and have them lose momentum that much to each other. Connor had 23, Jody had a 29. Connor was off his game. Crowd was hot, though. Not a great score, but considering where they are developmentally, it's not bad. What a weird story. Jody went from our freaking jobber to now high up in the upper mid card and moving up to the finals of the Netrunner Tournament. So weird. Afterwards, we have a segment just saying Youngboy Jody moves on to the finals. It doesn't get very good because he actually doesn't have that much popularity overall, and kind of hurt here for his overness. We have the next semifinal match with Azrael and Gaff. Oh, that's wrong. Actually, should be the Gaff defeats Azrael. I guess I put it in wrong. Well, ignore that. Gaff defeats Azrael in 9 minutes by... If it was supposed to be a submission. This is so weird. The whole thing got screwy. Gets a 29. Both are about the same performance. Got the crowd buzzing. And nobody improved. Well, anyways, we'll just ignore the the botch there. I guess, somehow it gets reversed. We get a dusty finish or something. Gaff ends up moving on to the finals to face young boy Jody. I don't know what the hell happened there. I swear I said it right. I must have not saved it or something. And finally, we have the finals tonight. Gaff and Jody together. Gaff defeats Jody in 9 minutes by submission. They have good chemistry, which is interesting. 32 and 34, not bad, actually. Got something going on there we might want to think about in the future. Maybe a redemption arc here. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. And finally, as Gaff wins the Netrunner Tournament, he decides to unleash his fury anyways on Jody, kicking him while he's down and injured after winning. Kimberly confronts him, comes out to the ring, pushes Gaff off, and they have a standoff before Gaff exits. And of course, Gaff will be fighting Kimberly and has a bit of a feud forming with him prior. They had a bit of a standoff before. It seems like it's kind of bubbling back up. And obviously Kimberly helps Jody up and gives him the save. Performance for Kimberly was fantastic. Gaff was very underwhelming. Got a 43. It's okay to end it. I'm a little concerned with how many repeat usage of the same wrestlers we had, but I'm trying to limit the costs where possible. No specific comments made. That's better than nothing, I guess. Point a good example. Actually, give some encouragement and Nighthawk. Point out it's a good example. Good. We got some emails. Tri-State's unhappy. I don't care. Kingston's still upset, but we gave him that pay raise. Don't know how much we lost from that show. It doesn't look horrible. It's not like that. That's for sure. That September killed us. Let's see. Performance. Negative 4,000. Cost us 3,000 in workers. Yeah, it's still not great. Not getting any TV revenue also because of our show, which sucks because it's free to air. Tough hole we're building here. Really tough hole. Not sure what we're going to do here. And we're pretty deep in debt. This show may end quickly if we don't get our financials in order. If you guys got ideas, let me know in the comments below. But that was it for Cyberpunk. We have Brain Hack in 11 days, in which we will be looking at Gaff versus Kimberly for the Cyberpunk Grand Championship. Should be interesting to see where that goes. In the meantime, guys, like I said, give me comments below where you think we need to move this. How do we move this needle as we're hemorrhaging money? Not really sure what we should do besides firing pretty much everybody that's making more than 400. I mean, I don't even know. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me today. I will see you next time.